Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Carrie's Gardening Channel. So today is October the 12th, 2021, and we're going to be digging out a patch of daffodils here. And you can see these daffodils, have multiplied that much that they're actually on top. So we want to get these divided out, and we're going to be putting them down deeper. There's an iris right here, so we're going to try and avoid it. If we can't, we'll just replant it back in. So what we're doing here is we're going back further because it's going to be a pretty big patch in there, and we don't want to damage the bulbs when we take them out. It's the iris bulb there. Tuber. Oh, watch out in case it flies. There we go. You can see here the big clump of the daffodils here. There's more of them in there. It's all here. Yeah, there's some more irises too. Them over there. Get these here divided out some. What'll actually happen is they'll get that crowded that they won't even be able to bloom anymore. And they will actually start growing on top of each other, and they will like choke each other out. So we're going to get these here divided out here. And you can see their roots, they start actually growing in the fall time. So that's why they have their roots growing out here, because this is the time when you normally plant them or transplant them. Now if your bulbs aren't down deep enough, they'll actually start coming up early, and then that can cause problems because over the winter time what can happen is when it frosts and freezes, it can actually kill the foliage. So you want to put your daffodil bulbs down about 6 inches deep, which I'm going to be showing you when I plant these here. So that clump there is going to just work around in here a little bit, see if I can find any more in here. A lot of them could have already been taken out by the tractor from earlier when we were cleaning the bed out. But we're going to get these back in and get their proper spacing. Rocks for drainage. Iris there, flag. I don't want to go down into the clay. I want to keep it out of the clay. If you have really clay soil, you can put them up a little bit higher, and they should be fine for you. Okay, so while I was digging around, I found some more over here. So we're digging a larger hole here to see what all's in there.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, there's some more right here. There's some over here. And if they're really thick, it's hard not to hit them with the shovel when you're digging, because sometimes the clumps just get that large that you accidentally hit them when you're digging. Oh, here's more. Yep, this is gonna be a nice pile here. You can see the little baby ones here. These are little baby daffodil bulbs here. They're just starting to form. Daffodils multiply like crazy. And I just started out with a few of them in here. You can see, look at this clump here. Yeah, this is a huge pile of daffodils here.
Sorry.
That's okay, you're fine. I'm gonna lift this out here.
There's still some in here.
Look at that. It's all daffodil bulbs. And I can turn it over and you can see there's more. So yeah, these definitely need to divide it out for sure. I'll separate them then and see what else we can find in here. I did not start out with that many. I started out with a few and I just
One against the stone.
multiplied. Yep. Some more here. Some of them are right down, just right at the edge of that clay. Some of them are in the clay. I'm going to work these here and get them apart here. There's one. Oh, okay. Missed one here. Or another one here. That's a rock there. That's a rock there for drainage, I believe.
Look at the roots underneath.
Yeah. Now this one here was damaged, but there's still one here, and this one here can sprout back out. So, if you want something that multiplies very quickly and will give you a lot of bulbs, I recommend daffodils.
And they're supposed to be deer resistant, and that's the deer are really hungry.
And you can use these for naturalized plantings. Oh, there's one.
There's
You can use these for plantings, like naturalized plantings along your woods. You can put them, some people put them in their grass and they let them come up and then they just mow them later on when their grass is ready to be mowed. But look how matted this thing is. I mean, this is all full of bulbs here. Which also explains why a lot of my daffodils haven't been blooming, because they're that thick. There's nothing that they can't go anywhere anymore. Now, it will take these little ones a few years to bloom. They will not bloom this year. They're just too little yet. But when they come up, they'll look sort of like, they'll kind of look like a blade of grass in a way, but they will still have sort of the daffodil foliage, but they won't have like the real full foliage. So if you have a lot of them coming up and they're just not blooming, they probably need divided out, or they need like their little ones from seeds falling or something like that. So go ahead and check and see if they need divided, and go ahead and divide them out. But we have one whole box full of these, and then we have about a 12-inch container full of daffodil bulbs. So I am going to be putting some of these back in here. So we're putting this big stone back in for drainage, and you can see we're starting to get into the clay down there. Now the clay soil is really it's terrible for drainage.
Look how the roots went in the clay.
But yeah, you can still see here the daffodil roots. These are daffodil roots here from the bulbs, and they went into the clay. But what can happen is if you have way too much clay, it can get overly wet and it can rot your bulbs out. Now daffodils are one of those ones that are really hardy, it seems like, and you see them like along the roads. You see them when they do excavating, they move everything around, and all of a sudden you have all these daffodils coming up, even though they got buried. So daffodils, to me, are a pretty tough bulb, and they're really pretty when they bloom in the springtime. Move that around in there. So we're putting that big rock back in there for our drainage.
Okay. Cover it up?
Yeah, put some soil in around it.
Put this back in first.
Ooh. Okay, so our hole here is dug. Air out there.
Here, little feather, Michael.
Okay. So I'm going to take a few of these out here. I'm going to go for the biggest ones here. And you can see this one here has a little one on the side here. So you could actually take these apart and have two separate ones if you chose to, which you can just...
You okay? Oh, I love you.
like that. And it didn't hurt the bulb. This is just a piece here that's
You can't roll that way.
no big deal.
Roll that way, buddy. Can I get in here, Michael? Please? Get this stuff out of here. Come on. Oh my goodness. Oh, you can't.
And it's going to be a big difference compared to what I took out there. What we took out. So you're brand new to planting these, you want the top of the bulb facing up. And you want your roots, if the bulbs have started sprouting, to go down. So I'm giving my spacing here between these, because I want to give them a chance to be able to grow. A nice little patch here. Oops. This around here. And you can do borders with these if you choose to. You can do all kinds of different things. You can do like designs, but when they start multiplying, you're going to have to divide them out. So I put 5 bulbs in there. So that'll be a nice little clump. I'm going to get this filled in here. So, before you put your bulbs in, if you want to use a plant food, I like the Epsima perennial and bulb food. It's a new one I experimented with this year, and I've seen really great results with it. So, I had found it on a clearance rack and decided to give it a try. But you want to put that in your planting hole first, mix it around. What we're going to do in the springtime is we're going to get a bag and we're going to put it in this flower bed here. So I don't have it like right now to use it for this. Whoops, I don't want to grab them. I just took all them out. Get this here leveled out here. a good idea when you plant your bulbs to mark where you planted them at, especially if you have other stuff you're going to be putting in, because I find a lot of times what happens is I will forget where I put them because you have like all this empty space, and I wind up accidentally digging them up. So I'm just going to put like a little marker right here for now. That's going to let me know that I have something there. And I'm going to finish getting this here all leveled out here. So you want to keep your bulbs in the shade in a cool spot. You don't want to let them out in the sun. The sun can damage the bulbs while you're waiting to get them planted. So we're going to get those put in elsewhere. But I hope you enjoyed the video on how to divide and replant your daffodil bulbs. So if you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe. Please don't forget to hit the little notification button. I'll tell you as I put a new video on. You can also follow me on Twitter. I have a link down in the description to my Twitter account. Thank yous for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Bye.